Now at 6, the Pittsburgh Fire Department hosted a job fair today for those interested in fire service careers. Plus, a service dog and its owner got recognized for their training earlier today in Joplin. And the Southeast Kansas Wedding Expo brings together vendors from around the area.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
I'm Cale Chapman. The Pittsburgh Fire Department hosted a job fair today for those interested in fire service careers. Attendees were able to tour Fire Station Number 1 and meet members of the PFD team. Department staff had demonstrations on utilizing training equipment, as well as presentations that were given to discuss working for a small community fire department and joining the team. The City of Pittsburgh Human Resources Department was on site to answer questions and provide support through the application process.
You know, we wanted to have this planned and have it here on this weekend. Here in about 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a testing process where people can call and schedule, or they can come in the day of, take a written test, come over and do the physical agility test, and then, hopefully start getting some people in for interviews, get their career in the fire service started.
If you are interested in a career in fire services, please contact the Pittsburgh Fire Department. A service dog and its owner got recognized for their training earlier today in Joplin. KOAM's Yana Atala attended the graduation event for the two at Cup of Joe and has more.
After 4 months of training, veteran Larry Millis and his 2-year-old standard poodle service dog Archie are ready to be recognized for their achievements.
He performs tasks for me to keep crowds away, to block people from coming up on me, to keep people off the rear of me. He can separate crowds around me. He does a lot of tasks for me. But he also alerts me when I have a headache coming on also for a migraine.
Millis says it is a great honor to receive a dog and go through the training, which is provided by Heartland Canines for Veterans.
That service that dog is providing is medically changing the mindset of the veteran to be able to go out in public and be able to reintegrate into society.
Burgess says at the moment, the national average cost to train a service dog is anywhere between $10,000 and $30,000.
We rely on grants as well as the giving process. There's plenty of organizations out there that love to find a good nonprofit organization to donate to, and it's great for us because not only do we help veterans, but we also help animals. So and we help the communities. So that's a great reason for people to want to donate to us because they know that's going back into the veterans that have served us.
Once a veteran is ready to join the program, the group makes sure they find a dog that will meet the needs of the veteran. Burgess says they work with a lot of local breeders, so they know the demeanor of the dog.
He's fun to play with. He's very laid back. He's very easy. He takes everything off voice command and hand signals, so he's pretty easy to work with. You'll notice I snap my fingers and he sits, so he does really, really well.
In Joplin, Yana Haudala, KOAM News.
Burgess says the program has been running since 2015 and they're looking to have 8 service dog recognitions this year. The Southeast Kansas Wedding Expo happened today at the Carbon Creek Event Center. It brought wedding vendors together from across the 4 states for couples to view. Vendors showcased services on wedding planning, wedding decorating, and wedding venues. Admission was free for couples and their entourage.
So we had participated in the bridal crawl and in years past, and it was a really great event. We were sad to see it go. So we decided, rather than relying or hoping that somebody else would do it or that they'd pick it up in future years, that we just go ahead and do it ourselves.
Couples could register to win a $250 gift certificate from Carbon Creek. Meteorologist Sam Lane joins us now for a first look at the weather.
Thank you very much, Cale. It was a windy day across the area, but lots of sunshine, so we saw temperatures responding pretty nicely. Radar right now is all clear, but that's going to be changing in our forecast. But let's enjoy this evening while we can. Temperatures dropping through the 40s all the way down into the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. And over the last 36 hours, you can see we were quite chilly yesterday morning with lows in the teens. We made it into the 40s, but today we've been kind of on this upward climb Hopefully that will continue into tomorrow, and I think it will. Looking down the lane, we're going to have a warm Sunday across the region, increasing clouds on Monday, and then a chance of rain on Tuesday with a continuation of those showers into Wednesday. And of course, I'll have all the details on that, including a chance of winter returning, and I'll tell you all about it in just a bit.
U.S. fighter jets shot down the suspected Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina after it was spotted in the region on Saturday. CBS News correspondent Michael George has the latest.
The Pentagon says American fighter jets shot down the Chinese spy balloon just off the Carolina coast on Saturday. Shortly after, President Biden said he ordered the move against the balloon as its cross-country flight over much of the U.S. widened a growing rift between the U.S. and China.
They successfully took it down, and I want to compliment our aviators who did it. I told them to shoot it down.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
But the recommendation
They
from
said to me, let's wait till the safest place to do it.
2 Navy ships, including one equipped with a heavy crane for payload recovery efforts, are in the vicinity. In a statement, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said the U.S. Northern Command brought down the surveillance balloon over the water off the coast of South Carolina in U.S. airspace. Earlier this week, it was spotted over Montana, home to sensitive military sites, then Missouri, and continued to head east to the Carolinas. The balloon incident prompted Secretary of State Antony Blinken to postpone his planned visit to Beijing this weekend.
It's a violation of our sovereignty. It's a violation of international law.
In a statement, China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said, quote, "In actuality, the U.S. and China have never announced any visit. The U.S. making any such announcement is their own business, and we respect that." Michael George, CBS News.
About 20 miles from Charlotte, police in Gastonia, North Carolina, urged locals not to fire weapons into the air in efforts to take down the balloon. Coming up, we recap this week's top health stories. Plus, one Colorado doctor is raising health awareness by bringing help directly to her community. The health benefits of electric cars, plus concern about a common brand of eye drops. Michael George has a look at this week's top health stories.
The maker of a common brand of eye drops has issued a voluntary recall due to possible contamination that may be linked to blinding infections and even one death. Health officials say at least 5 people have lost their vision after using EsriCare artificial tears. Dozens of people in 12 states came down with a bacterial infection that's highly resistant to antibiotics. The White House says it plans to end emergency COVID-19 declarations in May. The original actions taken by the Trump administration provided funds and resources to several federal agencies to help deal with the pandemic. The move means an end to free testing, treatments, and vaccines. And a first-of-its-kind study finds electric cars are having a positive impact on respiratory health. Researchers at USC examined data on zero-emission vehicles in California. They found as electric car use grew within a given zip code, local air pollution levels and asthma-related emergency room visits dropped. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Now, we've all heard of standing desks, but a new desk equipped with bike pedals are allowing students in Mexico to stay active during classes. The country's obesity rate of about a third is among the highest in the Americas. A recent national study showed that about 8% of children under 5 were overweight or obese, while that figure rose to almost 19% for children between 5 and 11 years old. Now, one Colorado doctor is bringing health awareness directly into Black communities in Denver. It's part of an ongoing effort to take the worry out of screening and education by offering services in a trusted space at local barbershops and salons. KCNC's Makelia White has the story.
Getting your hair done is an intricate process, hours of conversation and laughter. There's nothing quite like the community of sitting in a Black salon or barbershop. Everybody has a story, like Jewel Worrell.
I'm a former New Yorker and I grew up on pizza. So we like pizza, Chinese food, and bagels.
And she says she had no idea she had high blood pressure. That's until she met Dr. Terry Richardson right here in this salon chair.
She had me thinking about what I should do and how I should go forward and medically and things that I should speak with my doctor about.
For the past 11 years, Richardson has helped Black communities tackle health issues, including mental health, through the Colorado Black Health Collaborative, giving basic checks and education to every person in the shop.
clients really welcome us coming into their space. They really think that's a great thing, that people thought to come and meet them where they are.
We get physicians that come in, we get registered nurses and nurses that are experienced with blood pressure and with issues that are going on with our bodies.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people that were in here and they ended up getting a screening while they were here, and they were almost like borderline stroke. So, it was just good that they were here just to receive that blessing at the time.
And she gives stylists and barbers tools to help their clients.
I helped her to understand a little bit of where her stress was coming from. And I did a breathing exercise with her, and I felt the relief and everything. She wasn't too keen on it, but she enjoyed it.
Richardson says the goal is empowerment, so customers can leave looking good and feeling good too.
You have so many people in the community that don't have health care, so it's a win-win for everybody.
In Denver, Michaela White, CBS Denver.
A little later, a longtime Pittsburgh football coach is recognized for his years of service.
And we had a beautiful day across the 4 states. Is it going to continue the rest of the weekend? I'll have the answer when we come back. Well, friends, we have started off the weekend right with lots of sunshine and moderating temperatures, and I think it's only going to get better as we head into tomorrow. Right now in Seneca, Missouri, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, pretty clear sky down there as well. Just a few high, thin cirrus clouds way off in the distance, and that is about it. But this afternoon, we made it up to 55 degrees, double nickel, which was well above the normals of 47 and 26. We were also above on the low, too, only down to 38 this morning, and of course, not anywhere close to those records. Thank goodness. Radar is clear across most of the central United States, including our area. We're watching the next storm system on the west coast, starting to move inland right now, and this storm is going to take its time getting here, so we have a few days before it arrives, but when it does, we have a pretty good chance of rain across the area. Right now in Joplin, we're sitting at 50 degrees, south wind at 20. It's been breezy today with some of those wind gusts close to 40 miles per hour. It feels like 50, of course, and the dew point is starting to increase as well. It's up to 32 degrees. Readings right now across the area, generally in the 40s off to the east and also down to the south. But out to the west, it's in the lower 50s, 52 right now in Neodesha, still double nickel over there in Sedan, 53 in Nowater with those southerly winds. And we're about 10 to 15 degrees warmer tonight than we were 24 hours ago, so at least we're headed in the right direction as far as the temperatures go. Wind speeds are also going to decrease as we go through the night into tomorrow, and by tomorrow morning, wind speeds will generally be around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then by afternoon, hardly any wind at all, just only around 5 miles per hour across the area. But don't worry, the winds are going to be coming back on Monday. And by Monday morning, we're going to see those south winds generally around 25 to 30 miles per hour. And as we go through the afternoon, you can see that the winds get even stronger on Monday, getting up over 40 miles an hour once again. So please be aware of the fire danger. All right, tonight's forecast looks like this. Mostly fair skies with a weak trough moving through the area. Temperatures in the lower 30s up to the north and west, upper 30s down to the south and east. Then tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny with highs in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees across our area. Then Sunday night into Monday, we'll see the clouds really start to increase on those southeasterly winds with lows generally in the lower 40s across the area. Then Monday afternoon, we'll start to see the clouds really thicken up, but highs should still make it up into the lower 60s across our area, so that'll feel pretty good. But then a front's going to be moving through Monday and sticking around for a few days, and by Tuesday morning, the front will be passing through the area with lows in the 30s and 40s with the rain developing. A wider view shows the mild air over us over the weekend, but as we go through the early part of the week, here comes that storm system moving out into the plains on Tuesday and into Wednesday, and that's when the rain chances really start to increase across our area. Rainfall amounts are expected to be higher down to the south and east, generally around half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch down there, lesser amounts the further north and west you go. Over the next 7 days, this is what we're looking at. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, then rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, and unfortunately, Kale, I had to throw in some snow for Friday because winter is not going to go away just yet. Not without a fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're lucky. It looks like a fairly mild week so far.
Yeah, not looking too bad.
Heck yeah, I'll take it. All righty, well, still ahead, Pittsburgh football fans gathered to celebrate a local coaching legend, and the Missouri Southern women hit the road for a top 25 battle against Central Missouri. Jacob Leonard has those highlights and more next.
Well, both the Pittsburg State Gorillas and Missouri Southern Lions are on the road for conference doubleheaders tonight. Missouri Southern is in Warrensburg facing Central Missouri. On the women's side, this one is a big one featuring a pair of top 25 teams. Central Missouri is ranked 7th in the nation. Southern is 24th and has won 8 games in a row. First quarter, Lacey Stokes drives, flips it up and in. Southern up 3 at the end of the first. And to the second quarter now, Jennies keep it close. Ashley Tull finds Allie Vigil on the right wing. Knocks down a 3 to tie the game up at 21. Other end, Lions answer. Caitlin Honeycutt to Lane Skiles. Knocks in a 3 from the top of the key to put Moso back on top, but the Lions down 11 at the break. Now third quarter, Southern starts to close the gap. Stokes spins on 2 defenders. Puts the floater up, gets the Lions within 2. Stokes finishes with 18. And 4 minutes left. Stokes finds Lane Skiles, connects for 3. Lions down just 4 with that. Skiles finishes with a team-high 19 points. Check this out, time winding down. Final 15 seconds, Southern down just 2. Stokes to Honeycutt. He drills a 3 at the top of the key. Lions take a 1-point lead with just 9 seconds left. Southern goes to Warrensburg and knocks off the Jennies tonight 72-69. On the men's game, Southern tries to sweep the season series from the Mules. The Lions, though, fall today 67-59. Avery Taggart leads the way with 13 points. As for the Pittsburg State Gorillas, they're in Jefferson City tonight facing the Lincoln Blue Tigers. The last time out for the PSU women saw their 7-game winning streak snapped, falling on the road to Central Missouri. So PSU tries to rebound today and get back in the win column against Lincoln. The Gorillas win 86-78, but look at this huge day for Corinna Gerber and Harper Schreiner. Gerber goes for 31 with 14 boards. Schreiner gets a career-high 30 points, going 12-14 from the field. The Pitt State men got a chance to sweep the season series from Lincoln tonight. Tonight, though, they're not able to keep up, falling 90-71. Quentin Hardrick Jr. leads the way with 15. Marquis English gets 14 points and 6 rebounds. Well, Southeast Kansas football fans celebrate a local coaching legend today in Pittsburgh. Former players, coaches, friends, and fans gathered today at PSU to recognize Larry Garman for his 60-plus year football career. He's been a Pitt State assistant coach for the last 24 years. Before that, he coached at Pittsburgh High School, leading the Purple Dragons to 255 wins, 3 state championships, and 21 playoff appearances in 31 seasons as the program's head coach.
It's amazing. I knew this was going to be nice. I had no idea it was going to be like this, Jacob. These guys really have done a lot, and a lot of players came back, and I'm just so proud to be able to see them again. Pittsburgh's a great place. I came here to finish college, had no idea I was going to be here like this, and the people of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh High School, Pittsburgh State have all been great to the Larry Garman family.
The Missouri Southern Lions opened the baseball season last night with a 2-1 win over St. Cloud State. Now, the Lions are right back on the field today, aiming for a 2-0 start to their schedule. Southern faces Southwest Baptist this afternoon. We'll start at the top of the first. Check swing pop-up into left field. Tragan Parker, the Webb City kid, comes in for the diving grab. It's scoreless going to the bottom half. Now, 2 runners on for Parker. He delivers at the plate as well. Puts it all the way to the fence in the right field corner. Both runners score on the RBI triple from Parker. Southern goes up 2-0. Now just 2 batters later, Tyler Ferguson fights it off into center field for the base hit. Parker scores. Lions go up 3-0 after the first. Then in the fourth, Ferguson back to work, pulls it through the left side for the RBI single. That'll score Garrett Rice. At that point, it's 6-2. Lions continue to pour it on from there, beating Southwest Baptist 12-2. And that's it for sports. We're back after this.
We take time now to honor a local veteran. Harry Owen served in the U.S. Navy from 1942 to 1952. The Joplin native served during both World War II and the Korean conflict. To Harry W. Owen, we salute you, our 4-state hero.
Looks like it's going to be great tomorrow, rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, and maybe a chance of snow on Friday.
Yeah, not too bad. Leonard from sports.
We told you Lane Skiles scored 19 points to lead Missouri Southern women. That's a season high for Skiles to this point.
That's awesome. All right, well, that's our time for now. Thanks for making us a part of your night.